Hey, how's it going everyone? Hope you're all doing well today. We've got a new DreamSnaps challenge this week with just a few more days left. And in this video, what I wanted to do is kind of give you a little bit of tips in terms of making your design for this week's challenge. So this week's challenge is called Ocean Views. You can see it says it's the time to celebrate all things sun and surf in this showcase of your best beach day designs. And the mandatory items, you need at least 3 Moana items and then 5 playful items. Also suggested categories are going to be Lilo and Stitch and familiar. So first and foremost, you're going to want to choose the environment or like where you're going to place all of your furniture pieces on. And since this is like a beach themed, you're probably going to want to go around Dazzle Beach and see where that perfect spot is. You could pretty much even choose a little island here. That's a good spot if you kind of cleared everything away, and then go ahead and decorate there. You have Skull Rock behind it, looks really nice. You can even choose this area here. Pretty much any area on Dazzle Beach will look really good. You can even maybe have spots in like the Peaceful Meadow, maybe the Glade of Trust, even the Forest of Valor. If it kind of has the beach still in the background, if you find a high enough spot that's elevated and you can still see the beach there, you can still probably make it work. But the easiest spot to be is probably somewhere in Dazzle Beach, and me personally, I'm gonna choose this spot right over here and see if I can get a good angle that doesn't really show too much of the Skull Rock, because me personally, I don't want the Skull Rock in the background, even though it can look pretty cool. But for this picture, I kind of want to focus on that background that you see there with the palm trees, the little island. So trying not to have too much of the Skull Rock, but having this water view here, and then the island in the background, and then a little bit of the sand. And I'll probably add whatever furniture pieces I can just around this area. So one other tip is if you go to the settings, you go to help, there's actually a redemption code right now that we can collect until the August 31st, until August 31st, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can actually redeem this code called Ocean View. It is case sensitive, so you want to go ahead and in all caps do Ocean View like this, and then go ahead and click claim, and you do get a few items in your mailbox. So if we go ahead and go to our mailbox, and inside your mailbox you get 3 items that you can claim right over here. And yeah, pretty much these 3 items that they give you can help you decorate for this week's DreamSnaps challenge a little bit better. And I feel like me personally, I'll probably use the surfboard one. The other 2 items, it can work pretty well too, but I think the surfboard one is a must have. The lightning strike wagon is a good one as well, if in case you want it, for like sand castle building type situations. But the surfboards are a nice look. And then the blue ice cream stand is also a nice look to have in case, ice cream at the beach is pretty nice too. One of the first things that you might want to look into is maybe adding a house in the background. We have so many different houses and you can put all of them down if you want to. So I know they are premium items, so maybe not everybody has it, so you might not be able to put it down. But if you have a premium house, why not use it? Like Prince Eric's ship can work. But most of all, this beach house can work very nicely. Now, if you have the beach house, and you might have a slight advantage, but even without this beach house, you can still make a really cool picture and still possibly win. So don't worry about that. But with this beach house, I don't want it to be like the main, the viewpoint in the picture, right? You don't want it to be too close. What I'm going to do is have it in the background. So I can have it here kind of so that's covering the Skull Rock, but I kind of like the spot right back here for some reason. It looked like it was far enough, but not too far. It's about like right. Let me actually use my mouse for this, to be easier than the controller. So, like right about here. That's a really good placement. I can do it here, and you get like the front of the house kind of showing up. But I kind of like this area right over here, because then the little platform there, it looks like it'll take you straight to the island, and it fits very nicely in the back. So I'll probably put it right about there, and then kind of take a look. And when I take a picture, of course I'm not going to show the whole thing there. I can make it show like this section there, and it'll be a good picture. And honestly, one other thing now that Maui's here it's kind of a good thing he's here, because you know, you can always have characters in the picture, and it can sometimes benefit the picture, sometimes it might not. But like Maui can be a perfect person to be in the picture if you're able to get him into the picture. So thank you, Maui, for joining us here and kind of giving me another tip for everybody. Now the other thing is that since I'm seeing my companion here, because what you might want to do is go to your wardrobe, go to companions, and if you want the companion to be in the picture, you might want to choose something that fits a little bit more with the beach theme. Maybe that like sea turtles can fit a little bit more than some of the other ones, and in terms of mine, yeah, I think that might be the best fit. But also, you know, you can just turn off the companion for your picture so that it's not there in the background. But if you think it's a good addition, you know, feel free. Now, one of the other most important parts, and I'm already dressed up for it because I already did it, but wardrobe is probably one of the big things that you really want to customize and have like a beach theme, because depending on if you're going to be in the picture or not. If you're not going to be in the picture, then don't worry about it. But if you plan on having your character in the picture, you probably want to dress a little bit more for the beach. So I don't have too many beach type clothes. This is the best I can do with this like giraffe shirt, along with the I forget what shorts this is, but the shorts kind of the only shorts I really have, and I went with the no shoes. But if you have sandals, you know, that can probably work. And then that little fishing hat, that kind of worked for me a bit, so I went along with that. So for furniture, what you can do is click on all. You can click on this little DreamSnaps, I guess, little toggle, and I think what it does is it filters to kind of help you do the Moana theme, the playful theme, and then you can choose based off of that. So you can kind of see every furniture, and you'll probably have different furniture than I do. You might have more than me, you might have less than me, but you know, you can kind of look through what you have in terms of furniture and see what is the best fit for you. Like this dark blue ice cream stand, you know, that can work, right? It looks like it would be a good piece to add. A large cooler for drinks, that looks really good. And then if I go down a little bit more, this sunset parasol and green towel, that's definitely perfect. Classic green hammock, that's a really good piece there. I've got another one, like it looks like we have different colors, blue parasol and red towel. That's another good option for me. Depending on if you're trying to have a nighttime or a sunset picture, right? That's probably another good tip, is the time of day, right? 'Cause since we can actually adjust the time, not the exact time of the day, but we can actually adjust in the menu, the start menu. You can go to the graphics here, go down towards the bottom. It might look a little different if you're on a console than PC, but you can offset the time of day, right? So if I advance by like 5 hours, look at that. Now it's a sunset beach, and it looks even nicer, I feel like. So depending on the time of day, you might want to add certain furniture pieces and maybe not add certain furniture pieces. And the reason I bring that up is because there are these torches, or tiki type torches, that light up, you know, looks better during sunset or during nighttime. And you know, you might want to add it, you might not want to add it, depending on what time of day your picture is going to be. Picnic set, you know, that looks pretty good. It's a big item, but I feel like something like that can work at a beach location as well. There's this item here called the beach banquet. You know, it looks pretty cool too. You know, you're depending on what your focus is. Maybe you have a food related focus at the beach, kind of a bonfire setup versus a relaxing setup. You know, it depends on what you're trying to do with your picture. Little, you know, conch shells like this you can have just laid out there. It kind of makes it look like it's like a realistic beach. And you know, there are definitely plenty of other furniture pieces that you can add. You definitely might have more than me, but you know, I'm just going through a few of them just to show you what you can do with them. But the main thing is, you know, the placement of at the beach or at the Dazzle Beach or where in the valley you're trying to put the items at, and then like the house in the background, your clothes, your companion, the furniture pieces that you choose. Even using, like, you can see the shells here, you can see I don't know what these are called, I forget, but you know, I can smash this if I want, if I need to, but I feel like it'll be a nice piece, a realistic piece to have in the picture, to make the beach theme look a little bit more realistic versus, you know, just completely blank. Now, a few more things to consider. You know, there are like brushes that you can add. There are lily pads, and these lily pads can be placed in the water as well to make it honestly, just the background look really cool. Like I can add these, make it look more realistic, to make it look more relaxing. You can add some of these little bushes or whatever. And that maybe you haven't noticed, these small water lilies, double water lilies and all that, they look really cool. And depending on the time of day, I mean, like placing it in the water in the background, I think will look really nice. And then, you know, if you want to have any trees in the background, of course, palm trees can fit pretty well in your picture in this beach theme. Bent palm trees. And of course, you can try out different, if you keep clicking on the bent palm trees, you might get different sizes, as you see I just did. So, you know, some of these trees, some of these bushes and all that, think about trying a few of them and see what size you might want, if you didn't know that you can actually change the size of these. You know, you got your rocks you can have. I don't know if you can place the rocks in the water. It doesn't seem like it. That would have been a nice addition possibly, but you know, you can look through the rocks, see if you want to add any of those. And then you got, you know, your paths. In case you want to do some kind of pathing, you can. Maybe you have better ones than I do. I don't have very many. And also the fencing. I don't have much fencing right now, but you can maybe play around with it, see if you think fencing can add anything to your picture. But yeah, that's going to be all the tips that I have so far. If you have more tips that you can help everybody else with, feel free to add it in the comments down below. And yeah, you know, even though it's a competition to get the best, I guess, picture out there so you can get the most moonstones, I think we can all still help each other out just to, you know, get more better quality photos to vote on, to get more ideas for our valley. So if this video helped you out anyway, think about subscribing to the channel, because, you know, we make other Disney Dreamlight Valley videos on this channel. And also to help out the channel, if you can hit the like button, that would mean a lot as well. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and, you know, good luck with your photo and take care.